Uber self-driving car killed a pedestrian, likely the first death of its kind from an autonomous vehicle. That's a real headline. I'm not making this up. I'm not doctoring anything. This is not April Fool's. That's on Easter. This is real. Uber has killed someone. And yes, them's fighting words, I know. But make no mistake, Uber themselves have killed someone. And we really need to take them to task for that one. Uber is temporarily halting self-driving car tests in all locations after a deadly accident in what is likely the first pedestrian fatally caused by a self-driving car, but not the last. Programs in San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Phoenix, and Toronto will be paused after one was hit and killed overnight by an Uber self-driving car when walking across the street in Tempe, Arizona. The Governor's Highway Safety Association estimates that there were about 5,984 pedestrian fatalities in 2017, and none have been publicly linked to an autonomous vehicle. But crash reporting standards for incidents involving autonomous vehicles were still evolving, aka they were rising, so this was bound to happen, stupid. There was a vehicle operator in the car, but no passenger at the time of the accident, according to Tempe police, which responded to the scene at around 10 p.m. on Sunday. The 49-year-old victim died after being transported to a local hospital, police said. Quote, "Our hearts go out to the victim's family. We are fully cooperating with local authorities in their investigation of this incident," Uber said in a statement. And here's a tweet from Dara K. I mean, he can screw over the driver's lives and he can rip off the passengers all he wants, but I guess when someone dies, he becomes a little softy, doesn't he? Some incredibly sad news out of Arizona. We're thinking of the victim's family as we work with local law enforcement to understand what happened. Well, it's pretty clear what happened. Your cars, which are notorious for getting into crashes and can't go more than 2 miles without an operator in it, killed someone. I mean, how does this even happen? These cars stall when there are paper bags in the road. You mean to tell me a 49-year-old woman the car didn't see? That seems like a major problem for something that you want to put on the road everywhere and have people trust them. A spokesperson for the National Transportation Safety Board told CNBC it is investigating the accident. The Arizona's governor office said it is talking with law enforcement. The National Highway Traffic Safety Commission is also investigating the incident. A year ago, Uber suspended the same program after a different Arizona crash, which did not result in any serious injuries. And by the way, in that situation, it was the other driver who was apparently at fault because they did something the driverless car could not predict. Well, I guess the driverless car also can't predict when a human walks in the middle of the street unexpectedly, which happens quite a bit in places like San Francisco. So, I guess it's her fault now that she's dead, right? Right, Uber? Is it this woman's fault that she's dead? I think it's your fault. I think it's your fault. The NTBC has already scrutinized accidents involving Tesla's autopilot technology, but those cars operate with different technology than what Uber was testing. Yes, but the Tesla thing, that is the key. We're gonna just stop. There's nothing more to the article anyway, but the Tesla argument is important because when there was a fatality involving a Tesla and a semi-truck, or not a semi-truck, whatever you call those big trucks, I forget at the moment. Big rig, that's what it is, the big rig. The courts determined that Tesla was responsible in part by the crash. A precedent has been set. This woman was just walking across the street, and the car hit her and killed her. There was no other car. If she was not... Uber will probably try to spin this as best they can, like, oh, maybe she wasn't on the crosswalk, which I don't know if she was or wasn't. It was late at night, You know, she was wearing dark clothes so the sensors couldn't see her. You know what? Doesn't matter. These driverless cars are supposed to be safer than human cars. You are making them so that people don't die. Not only do these things crash on a pretty frequent basis, now they have killed someone. And it's amazing, really, because most of the time, these cars don't go more than 30 miles per hour. They drive very, very slow because they just need to read their surroundings. Did this woman get killed by a 30-mile-an-hour drive? I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but that should have been slow enough that the car could have stopped. There are so many things that, and you know what? I know I'm going to get a little bit of flack because you know what? This could not have happened to a better company, in my opinion. I want Uber to suffer for this one. A lot. A woman is dead. A woman is dead because of you. There's no driver to blame. And if Uber blames the driver who was in that car for not stopping in time, Uber, I've got a wake-up call. You are trying to sell these cars that they can work for themselves. You are trying to get rid of the drivers. Heck, that has made it absolutely clear that you want to get rid of the drivers by your stupid pay increase for yourselves. You know what? You don't pay him enough to care. You don't pay him enough to operate that vehicle. The vehicle should operate itself. It clearly didn't. And these things aren't going to be ready. So, you know what? I hope you have to give this family a lot of money. At the bare minimum, a lot of money. And you know what? I would be appreciating good drivers a little bit more. You are clearly going to need them because I don't think these self-driving cars are going back on the road anytime soon. Not with you at the wheel. Not with you at the wheel. So, anyway. That's all I've got to say about that one.